You'll get the occasional chase through the booths as a shoplifter tries to make a valiant escape back to their vehicle. They quickly realize that it's not just a race of them versus the shopkeeper, but them versus everybody. Even if we don't know each other, we live by a certain code. Merchants protect merchants. If you think you can steal from one of us, chances are you think you can steal from all of us. We work too hard to let that sort of crap slide. Occasionally, you'll see a couple of merchants square up to each other and get ready for a fistfight, usually over how close their booths are together, or somebody using someone else's electrical outlet, or something inane like that. Sometimes you'll see a dog come barreling through, or an escaped parrot, or a kid who has gotten lost or just ran off because a flea market is much more fun without your parents. Those are all things to be expected. But a police department sting operation coming out of nowhere, pointed right at you, not so much. This is how my story starts, and it only gets crazier from here.
Search warrant!
That's how the cops introduced themselves to me. One undercover agent was leading the charge, screaming right at me from a few feet away, with another 5 or 6 behind him. They all came hot and fast like I was Charles Manson and had just hopped the fence at the mental institution.
Louis Vazquez, we've got a search warrant for you and your booth.
At this point, I experienced what I can only describe as clinical shock. I couldn't hear a word the head guy was saying anymore. Time slowed to a crawl. I don't remember all the information tumbling through my brain at once, but some thoughts stand out, including, what the f*** is this? Are they raiding the wrong Hispanic-looking dude? Did they mistake me for a drug kingpin? The feds? What are these agents doing here? Let's face it, a case of mistaken identity would have made a lot more sense. I'm not exactly the only Luis Vazquez in Florida. Cops sometimes make mistakes.
Are you gonna be cool, man?
Asked the head agent. This snapped me out of my hypnotic trance, and my hearing came back. Cool? What do you mean? I asked, now convinced they were mistaking me for an escaped inmate on the run. Someone must have pointed them to the wrong guy, or perhaps they were chasing someone else and thought I might have known them. Nothing else made any sense. Considering how high tensions already were in this country with law enforcement, I figured the best idea was to cooperate and do whatever they said until we could unravel the mix-up.
Come on out of the booth,
he demanded. No problem, feeling calm and confident that this was all a mistake. As I was responding, I noticed another plainclothes dude with a very high-end camera taking pictures of my flea market booth, like a paparazzo hot on an exclusive story.